What you're seeing today is our motor school. This is where the motor officer learns how to operate a police motorcycle. In order to become a motor cop, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go through 16 hours of what we call 2-day safe rider. They have to pass that with a minimum of 75%.
Oh, good one.
Once they do that, they take an oral board. The oral board is questions about the job and how they would handle the job.
You're just cutting yourself short up here, and that makes you try and lean the bike harder.
Once they're assigned, we put them through a 160-hour motor school, which is what you're seeing behind us. They're learning how to operate a motorcycle in a different environment.
There you go, ride it deep. Look out, eyes out. There you go.
It teaches them everything from using the throttle, clutch, and brake in unison, as well as learning the 3 L's, which is look, lock, and lean.
There you go. Eyes out, eyes out.
All this comes into play when you're taking these motorcycles into these tight patterns. They go through 40 hours of basic collision investigation, where they learn how to go out and actually investigate accidents and learn the elements that we need in crash reports to get the funding and stuff for streets, what we need for fatal investigations. After that 40 hours, then we put them through a 16-hour advanced roadside impairment detection and enforcement training, so they can begin to recognize not only people under the influence of alcohol, but also drugs, because that is a big problem. After that, we put them through search warrant training, where they learn how to do search warrants for blood draws, because that's a requirement now, as well as doing preliminary breath testing. And then on the last day, we'll put them through the radar certification. So when they hit the streets after our school, they are a complete officer and they can go right to work and not have any problems.
Every traffic officer has to go through this motor school, and it's been a tradition that we've always done. And so with motor school, the last thing you want to hear is the 444, which means officer down, emergency. And that is the key right here, is that they go through the motor school, they go through the field training process with the traffic safety, and they understand exactly what they need to do out there on the streets. So when we require them to go out there and make citations, make stops, potentially stop those violent criminals that are out there, that they can do it in a safe manner. They also be able to run in code 3 with the lights and sirens. That's key, right? Because we want them to come home every night and end their shifts safely. That's the most important thing, reference what we're trying to accomplish out here in motor school.
We ride 120 hours out here in the cones. We do a 400-mile endurance ride to let them know the fatigue factor that they're going to experience on the bike.
Get all the real estate. Look out the gate. Eyes up, eyes up. Nice.
Our main job is to make the streets safer. And in order to do that, we have to take drunks off the road. And enforcement is an aspect of that, because without enforcement, there is no accountability for the driver. In 2018, we had 138 fatals with less officers on the street. In 2019, our enforcement went up, the numbers of officers went up, number of fatals went down. We only had 115 fatals last year. So there's a direct correlation there.
It's all about saving lives. We have to change human behavior. We know that the fatals are up. They're up by 1 right now. We have a total of 10 this year. We had 9 at this time last year. We know that there's pedestrian error that's going on right now that might be causing the majority of our fatals at this time. So we really want to make sure that we're out there enforcing the laws, doing what we got to do, make sure that we're increasing the safety in our community.